going on, guys? I know it's been a while since I posted an episode or update or whatever it may be. I haven't been in the right space mentally. Um, but I've got to push through, and some way to survive. I think I left off on getting fired from the job I had, and I didn't uh, want to go out through wrongful termination because of the fact that my dad worked there, and I didn't want to mess anything up for him. So once I got fired from there, I started doing odd and end jobs, like cutting grass, and detailing cars, and just whatever I could to make a little money. And I realized quickly that I was not gonna be able to afford rent at the house I was in with these odd and end jobs. So I sat down with my landlord and I was like, "Look, man, I don't want you to lose out on any more money. So I'd rather you rent this out to somebody who can pay you on time, who's got the means to pay you on time. Right now, I'm just stuck between a rock and a hard place." And he was okay with that. He gave us 30 days to get out. We we pretty much sold everything we had except clothes on our back and a suitcase full of clothes. And, a few other things that kind of, are sentimental to me and my wife at the time. And my grandparents extended a leaf out for us to go live with them in Washington State to get on our feet and stop hanging out, or to get away from the crowd that was just doing nothing but dragging us down. And while we were up in Washington, I thought I was doing good. I thought my health was doing great. And so there was a point where when I was changing oil on the car, I was getting cold. And it was 80 degrees outside, and no matter what I did, I couldn't get warm. And I looked at my supervisor, I was like, something's not right. And my grandfather was working at the same dealership I was at this point. And he took me to the hospital to get looked at. And this Mycobacterium kansasi reared its ugly head yet again. So I was back on the pills. And it started all over. Except this time, they knew it wasn't tuberculosis, so I didn't go on the whole shit of, oh, well, you can't leave your house, yada yada. And but this doctor told me something my doctor in Mississippi didn't, that the medicine that I was on for the MAC lung disease was going to eat away at the enamel on my teeth. And it would also the bacteria itself in my lung was feeding off the enamel on my teeth. So, I mean, we went there and I was like, alright, whatever. I had taken piss poor care of my teeth to begin with, if I'm gonna be honest with myself, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I didn't care. I brushed them like once a day, and then I was dipping, and I was smoking, and I was an avid coffee drinker. And back then I had nothing but, I'd go through a 48 pack of Dr. Pepper in 2 days. So, needless to say, I didn't care about my personal health, my mental health, or anything like that. And so I went to a dentist up there, and they got the front 6 right here pulled, and my bottom's pulled, because I want to start with the ones that were bothering me the most. And so I got my little smile back. This ain't it. This is a whole new one. I had to get a whole new one because my dog got a hold of it, of the last one. So I went and got a new one. Sometimes you'll see me with them, sometimes you won't. It just depends on my mood. But I'm very self-conscious of my physical appearance and the way I sound, the way I talk because of my teeth. And the way I look because of my teeth. What the fuck? I broke my camera. But we stayed up in Washington State for about a year and a half. My wife, her mother, was battling cancer, and she was getting homesick. I'm not gonna lie, I was too. But we decided to move back to Mississippi. After long consideration, talking to my parents, talking to my grandparents, lining up jobs down here, and we moved back so she could be closer to her parents. I bartended for several years at a local Mexican restaurant in my hometown. I also went into sales at a local furniture store. And it was while I was at the furniture store that I found out that this whole kit and caboodle that's going on with me was taking a serious effect on my I'm not gonna say muscular ability, because I've never been a swole ass son bitch. I've always been what you see here. For almost 33 years of my life, I've been skin and bones. But I can promise you, I always held my own. Fuck it, I'm just gonna leave the camera down there. But so when I was doing that, and having to move all these refrigerators and appliances and shit all by myself, I realized, I need to get back in shape. So I started to get back in shape. Started working out. Started running. And the journey to getting better started then. And then shortly after I quit doing the sales, I started working with my dad again at a plastic plant in Jackson. That was one of the best jobs I've ever had. They took care of me. It was great getting to work side by side with my dad, same shift, same hours, everything. I loved it. And we go to lunch together. We just do father-son shit, but we'd be getting paid to do it. I did that for about 2 years, maybe. And I looked at my wife and I was like, look, I want to go through police academy. And I started applying with all the departments around town. And I finally got a call back from Jackson Police Department. Met with the recruiter, came to my house, did a home visit, asked my wife if she knew what I was signing up for, if she was okay with it, because, being a cop is not easy. So I went and did my PT, passed the PT, did the test, did all that, and I got the letter saying that I was going to be starting academy. So I had to quit my job. I did it properly. I did a 2-week notice. And, I guess I'm out of time. I didn't realize 10 minutes is up already. But I'll catch y'all up some more on the next episode. I'm probably going to do another one this weekend. I just haven't been feeling right mentally. But stay happy, stay healthy. Stay happy.